So I'm here with BTCC Deputy Marc Hynes. Now, Marc, you work with Mauricio F1 in F1. Why are you here at the BTCC?
Well, I'm a racing enthusiast through and through, and although as a day job that I've been working for the last 5 years, I've been focused solely on F1. In my previous career, I used to be a racing driver. Now I'm a tin top driver, I'm told. So I watched the fantastic coverage of the BTCC last year on TV when we got back from the Grand Prix, and really felt it was good time for me to get back into racing, start trying to put a package together, and so here we are, probably best part of a year later. It's all sort of become reality. So hugely excited about the season coming up, and extremely fortunate to have got a great team like Triple Eight running it, and all these great people sponsoring the season.
So how long have you been watching the BTCC?
Well, I raced on the support package all the way back in 1995 when I was 16, and there was Formula Vauxhall Junior, then Formula Vauxhall, Formula Renault on the support package to the BTCC, and as you'll be well aware, the sort of heyday of manufacturers, and it was absolutely awesome thing to watch. My focus at that point was on trying to get to Formula One. So I've been watching the BTCC right the way back then. Menu, Plato, these guys were all in it all those years ago. So although my career sort of wandered off the driving side for the last 5 years at least, the last race I did was Bathurst in the Aussie V8s with Giovanardi as a teammate. So I've kind of dipped into the touring car world a little bit, but never fully committed. So now here I am, and fully committed to it. Still passionate and working hard on the F1 project, but dovetailing the two, and can't wait to get at it now at Brands.
Now, not only do you work with Mauricio F1, you've beaten Jenson Button in Formula 3.
Yeah, it's a lifetime ago now, I have to say, but I was alright at driving back in the day. Fond memories of all these UK circuits, although I've been away for 15 years pretty much. It's really great to be back, and you kind of forget how awesome these British circuits are, and you kind of end up following around the F1 circuit, where you don't see much grass or barriers or many gravel traps, and we all get really excited when we go to places like Suzuka, because it's a bit more of a challenge. So every weekend's a challenge in BTCC. We've got some of the world's best circuits, and some of the world's best touring car drivers, and I think there's a real buzz about the series this year, and really lucky to be involved with it.
Are there any circuits on the calendar you don't actually know?
I think I've been to all of them. I don't know if I've raced on the Silverstone National Circuit, but other than that, I know them all well. And although it's a long time ago, they're so ingrained in your mind over the years of pounding round. And coming to Donington, it's a circuit that was always a banker for me. I could win here in Vauxhall Junior, won the Vauxhall Winter Series, Formula Renault, Formula 3. It was always one that I came to knowing I could get a result, and so it kind of brings back a lot of memories coming back here. Not much has changed the circuit. Chicane's changed, and a lot of these buildings around have changed. They've taken all the bridges away, and other than that, it's just getting back into the rhythm. So I think, although they are ingrained in my mind pretty well, all these circuits, even if I was coming in fresh from a single-seater season, with a touring car, it's about learning all over again how much curb you can use. Front-wheel drive's slightly different, and so I was learning a lot just now in the wet as it dried out, watching where the dry line was forming, because you can kind of see where their exits are, which actually are a lot tighter than I would crack it. So lots to learn. Some great people in the championship to learn.
So you are a very successful driver.
Used to be a very
successful driver. Has that come through the family?
Not at all, no. My family were always really interested in motorcycles and go-karts, this kind of thing, but never competitively. And my old man got into go-karts, and it's the first thing that I could beat him at, because we'd always play squash or tennis, and he'd always batter the ball at me. So it's the first time, although I was probably about your weight when I first got in a go-kart compared with him, who's an old bloke. it was the first time I was quicker, so it was immediately something I loved, and I thought, right, this is for me. I can do this, and here we are all these years later, and it's something I don't really know anything else. I've been in motor racing since I was sort of 9 years old, I guess, with karting, and not thought about anything else since. So I've had a varied career, and it's still, it's only just starting now in the tin tops, and some of these guys coming back in now, it shows you can race these for a long time, and it's I don't know quite where it'll lead me next, but I'm definitely here for a few years, so I need to get on top of this first and foremost.
Now you've been out for quite a long time around the circuit. Was there any reason?
What do you mean, not having been back?
Yeah, you've been out on the track for quite a while.
Oh, well, what, testing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we've only got, where are we? We're here on the press day. Obviously it started dry, then it started to rain, which, firstly, about this press day, I'm absolutely staggered at the number of press here, first of all. Secondly, the number of people who come to watch the test. In F1 we wouldn't see this many people, so the enthusiasm for the championship, first of all, is amazing to see. So it's a real shame that it absolutely torrential rain and soaked everybody, which maybe dampened spirits. But for me, coming back in Donington, I haven't been to for 15 years, and we've got an afternoon to do it. I wanted to stay in the car all afternoon. All I want to do is drive, and it's a good opportunity to. So it's good for keeping fitness levels up. I need to get my shoulders and arms back into it, and just spend time in the car and understand the front wheel drive more and more every time I drive. And don't forget, I used to be a driver. I've been out a long time, so I've got a lot of catching up to do. So I'm definitely not getting bored of driving around.
Okay, thanks for your time, Mark, and I wish you all the best this season.
Well, thanks a lot. It's good to meet you, and I look forward to catching up with you during the season.